some kind of streaming thing, and I don't know what
Yeah,
that is.
do you think they're trying to incorporate it? It wasn't purchased by Twitter, was it?
It was a long, long time ago, but they decided to
Long time
shut
ago.
that mother down. Waiting for some people to show up in his house. They may be there already. There's a delay there and a delay back. It's much like
It's
the
like going
speed
to the
of
moon.
sound. It's an
It's
echo.
like going to the moon. That's what I was thinking.
It's like going to the moon. Sure.
Yeah.
Bang, zoom, straight to the moon. I heard a stand-up comedian talking about how disturbing it is to go back and listen to the Honeymooners now after the fact. Basically, it's a comedy where the husband threatens domestic violence against his wife every episode.
But also Norton. I used to watch that with my pops a lot, and even back in the 1980s when I was in high school, I would watch that. He would work the swing shift and get home late at night, and even back then, it was remarkably like, are you kidding me? This was funny.
Yeah, this was it's a lot like my second favorite inappropriate comedy, because you know what's really hysterical?
Well, I don't.
A German POW camp.
Well,
it's a laugh riot. It's a laugh.
That's a good
riot.
point, actually.
Happy
That's a
Beer
very good
Day,
point.
everyone. Hello, Colm. Hello, everyone. I think we're ready to go live. You ready to go live, Sugar
Well,
Plum?
sure. I'm trying to see where there we are.
Do you want to share that to your peeps?
I do. Oh, no. Let me do that.
Okay.
There we go.
I mean, I want to watch some comedy about a German POW camp. That's hysterical.
Yeah, there's a handful of
Ready, babe?
Yeah.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. How have you been?
Hi, guys.
In the week that we've been away, we hope you missed us because we missed you. And now there we go. So we're a little bit. I got a little scattered at the end because, as you can see, I threw together. I get a brand new header. That's all I had time to do.
Well, I love it. I kind of love it. Yeah, people have been asking about that, but we did not realize we would be doing this well into year 16, and
All
yet
right.
here we are.
Jenna Lee got her second shot. That's great.
I got mine
That's
scheduled
great.
a week from today.
We'll
Whoop,
bounce
whoop,
right
whoop,
over
whoop.
into the chat because we forgot to do our positive affirmations.
Sure, do you want to change it to this camera? And I will tell you, you're awesome.
Thank you. You're awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, my
We're
God.
swell.
Before
we start,
did we just become best friends?
I think we were already BFFs.
Oh, okay.
Before we start, we always write a script so that we're not just jawing while you guys try and keep up.
We're not just yanking it.
We're not saying like, I don't know, we ran out of milk for the third time this morning. Maybe we could make a list or something. We're not doing any of that. We do make a script. At the top of the script is always make sure you print out the scripts. Make sure the streaming is on. Make sure we turn off the other sound in the room, which sometimes we forget to do.
Sometimes.
And there's also mutual adorations because we fucking rock. So we forgot to do that this time.
We did.
Hi,
we
guys.
Did.
Hi,
but,
boss.
Let's see. Let's get back up on main, baby, and get this dialed in a little bit. There we go.
There we go.
Right. Lighting's good today. I'm a little too hot on you, but you're already hot.
Yeah, I mean, that's the...
You're so hot, you might melt all this stuff.
Okay. There's that, too.
Okay.
Also, I think I should do yellow, but I'll do that next time.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fine.
I thought you like... Oh, I had it backwards. I like the blue.
Either
I had
way.
blue over here. Doesn't matter. Doesn't stinking matter. Here we go. Let's talk about what we've got coming up for you guys on this show. Way to go, Daryl. Fully vaccinated. I like that. It's
We're
great.
getting it done.
We've got some empty set updates. We've got This Week in Siglerism, which is always fun. We've got Siglerbrations. We've got some great updates, including the goddamn dog sitter struck again many years ago. We're going to count that.
The first strike. The very first
strike.
Goddamn
It's
dog sitter
ridiculous.
strike. And today when I actually asked her for that photo because I couldn't find it, she was like, oh, you mean the first time I pissed off Scott? So we'll see that in a little bit.
We may have time for questions, but more importantly, today, ladies and gentlemen, is International, Intergalactic, and National Beer Day. And I have an incredibly, incredibly special, wonderful thing that karma delivered to me in the form of a secret fan who built a whole bar around me. It's true.
Oh, I thought it was just one of our good friends who went to a bar that was built around you.
She didn't know it was a bar built as a temple, a tribute to the bald one. And I'm going to tell you guys all about that.
But do you
coming up.
want to
It's pretty
grab
spectacular.
your beers?
Yes, I do.
I do have this if you need it.
Well,
Not for the Bud Light, but maybe for the other if you want the other.
I'm going to use it anyways, because how often do you get... you guys, I have a face hugger bottle opener. It's great. Here we go.
I think we got that at San Diego Comic-Con when that was still a thing.
It was still a thing.
I'm not saying San Diego Comic-Con is gone forever. I'm just saying it won't happen.
Professional
this summer either.
broadcasting, ABDA. Always be drinking alcohol, because that's how the pros do it.
I'm just having Fresca.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Happy beer day, y'all. Happy beer day, junkies.
So today is beer day. We have 2 beers up here. I don't know that he'll get to both of them. I can't drink a lot of beer these days anymore, so I'm just drinking soda.
Wesley, it's international, intergalactic, and national, and probably statewide beer day. It's a celebration of the beer.
Definitely layer-wide.
It's layer-wide beer day, even though only one of us is drinking the beer. But I got a beer.
It's true.
I got a beer on deck to add some international flavor to International Beer Day. Since I might not get to it, I'll show you. It's very incredibly rare foreign beer, very hard to come by.
Super easy to come by.
I've got connections because I'm horribly important and terribly busy.
Nicole Hartman, you're asking what my necklace is. Can you switch to this camera,
I sure
please?
can, sweetheart.
I'll show you. It's super cool. I got it from my husband. I love it very much. But I got to get close to show you. Oops. It's
there you go. When you cover up the light a little bit, that works good.
Yeah.
What's
so
it
these
spell
are
out?
amino acids. There are 25 amino
Robbie.
acids. Not quite 26, so you can't have one for every letter of the alphabet, but maybe 23. Anyhow, it's amino acids, and it spells "We are star stuff," which is the best interpretation with the letters that you can have with amino acids to spell "I am made of star stuff," which is a Carl Sagan quote. So these, the woman who makes these, I say company, but it's one woman. Her name, if you look online or look at Etsy, is Made with Molecules, and it's absolutely one of my very favorite jewelers in the whole world. I also know, I have so much of her jewelry. I know Raven Hannah a little bit, and she's a spectacular, awesome person. And so if you enjoy this, I would buy from her. She's been doing it literally like 20 years. She was the first person who does this. You'll see I have a ton of this stuff because I love it very much. I have dopamine earrings. I have a serotonin necklace. I have this, which is my absolute favorite. And then I have one that says geek in amino acids, which I asked her to make for me years and years ago, which I also love. So you'll see that too. But yeah, they're very, very fun.
Just remember that next time somebody's giving you crap at work, family, whatever, Thanksgiving dinner, and they're like, you know what? I'm tired of you. Go, listen, my butt's made of star stuff. I've got star stuff in my butt. And then they got nothing on you. It's like, brushes right off, sons. Brushes right off.
I think you can do that. Probably do that even without the necklace.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You don't need a necklace to declare.
Because we're all made of star stuff.
I've got stars in my butt.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's beer day.
Some more just one today with the beer day. Because apparently Robin Taylor is drinking Not Your Father's root beer.
Okay.
As her beer day beer.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
And Smorg says, if you put root beer in a square glass, it becomes beer. Because it's a square root.
You know what?
I love it.
No matter what I say about your joke, you can turn around and say, doesn't matter if my joke's not funny, my butt's made of stars.
It's true. I really think that was a pretty good joke, though. That was a pretty good joke. I like it.
Well, you did have to explain it to me. See, that's the proof.
Which is the way that it's,
Let's get into, let's go with our usual book recap, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up this weekend, The Gangster, episode number 19. And up on the site right now, or at scottsigler.com, we've got The Gangster episode number 18, which is up. And we've also dropped our podcast audio only for Big Trouble in Little China, a little show we did called Story Smack. We did with Rob Otto, who is in the chat room right now. And Rob Otto, we'll be coming back to Rob in just a second. Mm-hmm. And then what else we got going on? And then coming up in audio this week, we missed Caddyshack in the audio feed. So the Story Smack for Caddyshack is going to drop on Thursday, but you guys should go check that out. More importantly, ladies and gentlemen,
look at how close.
1,988 ratings. I don't know if you can see it on your tiny screens, but I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, honey bunny. I'm very proud of all of you guys for rallying behind this. 1,988 still. Sometimes we get a couple sneaking in right before the show. We're about... Probably by the next show, we'll have broken 2,000 reviews over at Audible from Mount Fitzroy. That is fantastic. All of these reviews, especially the 5-star reviews, and leave a couple sentences, that gooses the algorithm and it gets more people to see the FDO. So you are spreading stank all over the place.
Okay.
Spreading stank all over the place. And then while you're there, always go down here, go to most recent, and 5 stars. That's helpful. That's helpful, et cetera, et cetera. And look at this. Since you guys aren't badass enough, the rookie, I got all kinds of pop-ups. What's going on? The rookie is closing in at 900. Our new goal is to get the rookie up to 1,000 1,000
Woot, woot.
reviews, which would be awesome. But right now we are at 856. So, of course, many of you here have read the Rookie. If you want to listen to the Rookie or have got Audible, swing on over, leave a review for the Rookie. It's a fun campaign. Don't even cost nothing.
Yeah, and this is the thing we have been getting this year. We've been getting a whole bunch of email from all of you guys who watch all the time and hang out with us weekly. How can I help? You've been doing this for so long, and I would like you to have a tip jar on your site and stuff. And that's not a thing that we do because we make products and we want you to spend your money on something you get to keep. But that doesn't cost a thing, and I can't tell you how much it would help us if you review The Rookie, which is the first in the series.
Yeah.
It is impossible to explain to you how powerful that is for us to have if we could have The Rookie up to 2,000 reviews at some point,
it'd be huge.
It would change everything about the GFL series for us.
I'd be pooping star stuff and money.
Yeah. So if you are inclined to send me an email saying, hey, you've been doing this for a year, how can we compensate you? Don't bother. Just save all those keystrokes. Go to Audible or Goodreads or something like that and give us a
great
review.
Stuff in the chat room. Chris Grawl, stay tuned. Chris Grawl has been a firearms instructor for A&I, and we're going to talk about that. Melissa is going to get a rookie review right in
Melissa,
right in
you're
after
always
this is
the
over.
best.
The best. Tony Whitaker got his shirts very fast, baby. Way to go.
Yeah, we did a whole bunch of
I forgot to
T-shirt
talk about the
shipping.
T-shirt sale. We'll talk about the T-shirt sale here in a minute.
Yeah.
Let's see. And yes, Carlo, I'm drinking delicious, refreshing cold water. Chris McWhite, no, we do not have anything to do with cow tipping in this business. Nothing to do at all. Shannon just went and reviewed The Rookie because she's awesome. Now let's go back.
Always.
Let's go back to books because I'm going to start sharing some other stuff with you. I just got this book.
I did too. It's a daily deal today.
Daily deal at Audible. This is Your Brain on Food. I'm very excited. As you guys can imagine, I'm very distracted. The ADD is an issue. Sometimes a little bit of hyperactivity. I don't know. What'd you say? I don't know where that would come from. But I'm excited to learn there might be some kind of scientific process behind the food. And of course, it makes sense. Your brain is nothing. You are nothing but a big bag of chemicals.
Well, and you think about it, you guys, not everybody will know this, but in 2016, I had a surgery. I had a benign tumor removed, and it removed part of my digestive system as well. And it changed everything about how I eat. I can't drink beer anymore. I have no idea why. My doctor has no idea why. I can't drink beer, but I can drink champagne which is also yeasty bubbles, so I don't understand that. But also, I had for the first, I don't know, maybe 6 months, it was impossible. My poor friends, Amy, who's in the chat room, Scott, Allison, who's in the chat room, like, it was impossible for me to manage my emotions at all because if you don't know this, your belly creates a whole bunch of hormones, and where my particular surgery was it removed a lot of the hormone creating process. So I was a mess. So I totally believe in brain gut relationship.
I'm gonna find out, and which means we may start doing some human experimentation on your FDL, which is going to be awesome because it's legal. It's great.
And I will also tell you guys, you know this, you know that I love to cook, I make drinks, I love to bake, that sort of thing. This is Your Brain on Food. This is a daily deal today at Audible. So if you already have Audible, an Audible subscription, this is, I think,
it's like
$2.95.
$3.
Yeah, it's $2.95 today. If this is something that interests you, even if you listen to this or not, or listen to this and want to learn more, a huge amount of my cooking, baking, everything I do in the kitchen wise is based on a book called What We Eat by Marion Nestle. And Marion Nestle, not related to the Nestle family who makes food, interestingly enough.
All right.
But she was a food scientist, or maybe is still a food scientist at the FDA. And she's so funny because she started her book by saying, like, I can no longer eat French fries in public. Since I'm like the food person at the FDA, like the healthy food person, every time she's eating a French fry or something, people are like, oh, not even following your own advice, huh? You know, that kind of thing. But it's a great book. And so far, I'm also listening to this book that Scott showed. This is Your Brain on Food.
All right.
So both of those books are terrific. And if you have any questions, you can
Great. And as I said, we're going to have some firearm-related video coming up later on in the show. Also, the tribute to me, which is just the way things should be, but it's quite fantastic.
The tribute to him.
Yeah, it's coming up. And speaking of, let's go back to here, of Mr. Rob Otto. Dang, damn it.
Well, it's our
How'd I do
sponsor.
that?
I don't know.
I had sponsor. Oh, that's why. I hit the wrong button. There
it is.
There it is. Coming up this Saturday, April 10th at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific time, we are going to dive into one of my all-time favorite movies, Coming to America. And I just watched it again last night.
Yeah. And,
totally stands the test of time.
And
it's great.
we appreciate you guys. You were probably looking for that this past Saturday. We had a plumbing breakdown at the Lair here.
Yeah, it's a Zeppelin song, Plumbing Breakdown. Do you know that?
Yeah, we had to fix the kitchen faucet and one of the toilets. And I did a lot of shopping and a lot of cleaning up, but Scott did pretty much all the rest of it. I tried to help, but Scott did pretty much all the rest of it.
Yes, I fix sink. I fix toilet. I go to barbecue. I have chicken. We do all this. Go to hardware store. Very manly day. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
But now it's all sorted. Everything's sorted. We're back in business. And
yes,
Chris McWhite.
The royal eggplant is clean, Your Highness. I tell you what, my favorite Tim Allen line of all time, way back when he was doing his stand-up, way back when. He was a Michigan guy, so we watched him. But he was talking about how he got himself a dual tool belt. And he was like, I got 2 Min code of power and I'm out of And he's talking about walking around with his tool belt. And he's like, go on, bitch, break something. Talking to his wife, he's ready to fix stuff. And I was like, that's how I felt after fixing the toilet and the sink. I'm like,
I did the breaking of the faucet, and I did the unhooking of all of the hoses, and the cleaning out of everything under the kitchen sink.
Yes.
And Scott, and then I stood around and handed things to Scott while he fixed the rest of it.
I don't want you to think I was that manly. I had to clean out the bottom of the sink because there was it's a little moist down there, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
He didn't like that.
And then
I'm
like, baby, can you get some pillows to put underneath?
Well,
the sink?
my favorite part about that, though, you were like this. I mean, so I brought like seat cushions, like you have on the patio or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, I mean, these are going to get dirty, right? I'm like, yes, sir, I do.
Yes.
I absolutely do. So you're so manly. You're like, oh, we'll fix it, but also I need a pillow, but also only if they're going to stay clean.
Listen up. Coming up, we've got our advertiser of the week. We've got pup dates. We've got Junkie pics, which involve the temple built to my big bald head. This week in Siglerism, and then we'll finish up with the gun range video. But right now, baby.
That's Siglerfest video, right?
That's Siglerfest video. Yeah. Right now, baby girl, it is time for Siglerbrations.
Woohoo! We got so many going on this week.
Guaranteed to be free of infection. Siglerbrations. Go for it, baby.
Today is Cody Boy's birthday. Happy birthday, Cody.
Happy birthday, son.
Trisha Shackneys, who is, if you ever came to a Siglerfest, you hung out with Trisha. She's amazing. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday, Trisha. He's having some Bud Light in your honor. PC Herring, Paul Herring, he's a writer. He lives in Chicago. He's a friend of ours. He has a birthday today, so happy birthday, Paul. Jenna Leah Vidrich had a milestone birthday this last Saturday. I don't know what the milestone was, but I do know you're awesome, so I hope you had a terrific weekend and a very happy birthday. Our good friend Christoph Laputka, you may know him.
Snap.
He is the creator of the Leviathan Chronicles.
Leviathan Chronicles.
And he's a lovely friend of ours, and we used to
go out
just Viking dinner in different towns across the nation, and I would love to see him again. Sometimes so this is his site. The Leviathan Chronicles are super fun. There are a couple of little Sigler Easter eggs in there as well along the way, and his birthday is tomorrow. So we love you. Happy birthday, Christoph.
Yep.
Mr. Michael Kimberlin has a birthday tomorrow as well. You guys may recognize him from his work on the Ionath Krakens, but he's also a terrific human being.
Tackle for the Ionath Krakens, Michael Kimberlin. He's getting a lot. It's his birthday, right?
Yeah, it's his birthday.
Big
tomorrow.
Big Mike's getting a little long in the tooth. He might not be with the Krakens much longer.
I don't know. He's pretty powerful.
Alert.
Boz, who's normally, I think you sometimes hear, sometimes watches tomorrow. My understanding is you have a birthday on Friday. Happy birthday to you. I hope you guys have a great weekend celebrating. And then, of course, you guys know my mom. You might not know my mom. Some of you do. My mom has a birthday on Friday, too. She recently took a fall and is recovering from that fall. So I want to say I love you very much, Mama. And Zippy's birthday is on Friday, so she is the person named as Zippy the Voracious. People who love her call her Zippy. And when Scott and I first met, he put her in a book and named her Zippy the Voracious.
Because she's a voracious reader.
She
reads. she's one of those people that pisses me off. Like, I'll work on a book for 2 years. She'll read it in a day. And I'll call her back 3 days. Like, I read it 2 more times, and I have questions. I'm like, you cannot have read the book 3 times in a week. What's wrong with you? Are you on meth?
And then she'll do it on her computer. So, like, it'll be literally, like, I don't know, a week after the draft is done or something. And then she'll send it back with a whole bunch of comments and questions and whatever, and say, what's next? And he's like, what are you talking about? We're not even done editing this one. What are you talking about? What's next? It's this one.
Plus, since she is the mother-in-law of Doom, which is not as bad as it sounds. That sounds awful. But Zippy and my dad, who are also huge fans of the GFL, they get the manuscripts before all you guys get them. They always
except
get
Coach.
them
Remember, Coach refuses to read a non-physical book, but he used to. He used to be willing to read it on the Kindle. So I don't know. We're trying really hard to get him all the things, but I don't know when she'll get to watch this whole thing. But we love you very much. The whole Junkie Nation loves you, Zippy, and
Zippy.
and we especially love you very much. Can't wait to see you.
All right. If you have a thing to celebrate, that could be a birthday. That could be a job promotion. That could be you quit your job. That could be you farted out star stuff. We don't care. Send that to info@emptyset.com.
You could have made a perfect, I don't know, trifle. I want to see it. Anything.
Is that like a truffle but sillier?
Trifle? Oh my goodness, I'll have to make you a trifle.
What's a trifle?
It's,
Wait.
It's like a dessert.
I thought you loved me.
It's well, I'm not English, and the English make trifles, and they're lovely. It's like a layered. I also, I guess, have to make you a pavlova. But he doesn't even know. He's mad, and he doesn't even know what either one of those are.
What are these? So you have confections and dishes and treats of various natures that you have not made for me and didn't even share with me until these people showed up. I don't know. I thought marriage is on the rocks, guys. Marriage is on the rocks.
So a trifle goes in a glass bowl, and it's layered. It's like cream and fruit and sponge cake, and it's delicious.
Sounds great. Yeah. Let's go to our sponsor of the week. Here we go.
So if you guys don't know, this month, April, is Autism Acceptance Month. And, autism is an interesting and crazy rabbit hole on the internet. And some sites are autistic human forward, and some sites are less so. This is the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network. And they're a nonprofit. They're a 501c3 as normal, and they seek to advance the principles of disability rights with regard to autism. Autism Self-Advocacy Network believes that the goal of autism advocacy should be a world in which autistic people enjoy equal access, equal rights, and opportunities. They work to empower autistic people across the world to take control of their own lives and the future of our common community, and seek to organize the autistic community to ensure that their voices are heard in the national conversation about autistic humans. Nothing about us without us is their motto, I guess. So as you guys know, we advertise 501c3s. We donate each time we donate to the charity that we're sponsoring here or that we're highlighting here. If you guys want to share this, if you guys want to research, if you guys want to donate yourselves, there are the access links. Autism Acceptance Month is all through April, so you'll probably see one more or so, or sometime in the rest of the month as well. I will also say, I think every single one of us in this chat room right now knows someone who is on the autism spectrum at some point. Mm-hmm. And there was a really long time where this neurodivergency was seen as a problem to solve. And I'm not sure that is the case anymore. I hope it's not the case anymore. But we're not looking for awareness anymore. We're looking for acceptance. Let's figure out how we all work together, because you have people you know and you love who are on the autism spectrum, as do I.
Carla Williams asks, who is on the cover of The Gangster? That is none other than Greedock the Splithead, the 3-time Galaxy Bowl winning owner of the INF Krakens. Mm-hmm. If that's a spoiler, I'm sorry, but it's true. That man knows how to run a franchise.
What is that?
What is what?
Is that
That's beer.
No, I see.
I hope it's beer. Now that I look at it, could be urine. I don't know. I went.
I shouldn't have asked. I don't think I should have asked.
I was very confident in my choice of beer gift for the chat room, and now I am wondering if I have lit up some kind of weird preference in the world. Okay, so that is. Now it's time for pup dates.
Oh, we've got pup
dates. We've got a bunch of little dogs who are kind of awesome. We got pup dates. Oh, we've got pup dates. It's the best part of the show. Here we go. Let's get to the pup date. In the bottom right corner now, we have my awesome kick-ass wife and my
your
let's say
other dog.
Let's say second on the depth chart dog, which is pretty good. I mean,
yeah,
second
and
depth chart's
this
not
photo,
bad.
this tag photo here is actually at the goddamn dog sitter Jim Lockett. This was at his birthday party a couple of years ago. That was a photo booth that Amy set up for him, and we took a picture, and she actually looked at the camera. Oh, almost, kind of.
Real quick, Chris Grawl just says, if that's urine, you've got the prostate of a god. So that's uncomfortable. But let's go back to pup dates. Jay Radmus, I was going to comment on your comment, but after Chris Grawl dropped the I'm not going to comment on it now. Let's take a look at our big pup pick of the week. What do we have here? I believe this is the work of the goddamn dog sitter. There it is.
Oh, this is my favorite. So, Reese, if you guys don't know this story, Scott moved in May of 2014. Scott moved from San Francisco to San Diego. And in June, actually on what is my birthday and now our wedding anniversary, Scott had a visit with a foster dog that was only supposed to be 2 hours long, and that was Reese.
2-hour tour.
Reese never went back to her foster parents.
Nope.
She stayed over that night, and when Scott called the number of the people who were supposed to come pick her up, I guess it's a couple who does a lot of rescuing, and the husband answered the phone and said, "Oh, my wife's going to be so upset." So that was June, and this is October. So we went away. I don't know where we went. I'm going to assume Dragon Con or something like that.
Son of a bitch.
And
Amy's in the chat room right now.
Amy's in the chat room, and Amy kept them. And then literally, this is a movie poster she created. If you can't read it, it says, "Is it a piece of chicken?" Because we call her Reese the Piece.
Yep.
No, it's worse.
It's the Reester,
where everything has gone foul.
A dog being dog sat, and she's run into trouble, and now she's dressed like a chicken.
A rooster.
A rooster.
However,
Speaking
I
of
have
which,
a way to make it less terrible for you.
Hit me. What do we got? There's nothing could be worse than having someone sneakily dress up your dog.
Reester bunny.
Oh, shoot. The Reester bunny. Yeah, look at it.
It only took 7 years for Reese's Pieces to get on the Reester bunny.
They're gonna get that Reester bunny tip. Listen, we're gonna have a show, but right now I have a tradition with all things Easter, which is.
Are you like an ears biting off the ears kind of a guy?
Got a little dialogue. Got a little dialogue right here. Let's get the Reester up.
Oh, let's see the Reester. Does it look like a bunny? Really? Oh, look, they did a little work. Nice.
Here we go.
Here we go. Reese, don't look.
Here we go. Impromptu. What do you call improv? Little improv. I don't know what's going on. It's kind of scary in here. You stumbled into the wrong room, didn't you, me hearty? Oh my God, are you like a pirate or something? I don't know what me accent is. All I know is I'm gonna tear your freaking ears off. No, God, no. Oh my God, my ears are bleeding. They're bleeding. Thank you. And scene. Thank you very much.
So your dinner tonight is Bud Light and Reese's Peanut Butter Bunny.
And there's a lot of goddamn gunk in that. Look at that. That's solid.
I mean, you don't have to eat that whole thing tonight if you don't.
Gotta eat the whole thing.
But yeah.
What I cannot let down the people. The people expect me to eat a bunny. Also, okay, that was the Junkie pics. No, that was
the puppy. Our pup pics, and now we do Junkie pics.
No, we got to go back to pup date. Pup show. Whoa!
Oh, we're doing right into I love it. So, okay. So these are obviously Junkie pet photos. And this is Robin Taylor. She's in the chat room tonight. Her parents are visiting her. Thank goodness. Finally, after the, vaccinations and pandemic. And this is her pops. This is, I guess, now his cat named Bruno, and when Robin was still at home, she couldn't have a dog. She wanted to have a cat. She insisted they get a cat. Her dad was all, I don't think I want that cat. And now look at Bruno. Bruno is living his best stinking life.
I don't want that goddamn cat. Put that cat.
Yeah,
in
we
my
met.
lap.
I think we met Robin's dad
Oh, yeah, we
very
did.
briefly once because I shouted out to her. We were dining al fresco, and her parents were visiting San Diego when she was still stationed here.
Yeah.
And I was like, I saw her, and of course, instinctively was like, Robin. And so we got to meet her.
And Al's
family,
a good guy
I
too.
think.
I think Al gets a bum rap.
Who's
but
Al?
Al Fresco.
Oh my goodness.
Next on the list.
This is not
That's
exactly a
big
pup
dog.
date.
Holy cats! That's a huge dog.
Yeah.
Or a very tiny human.
Although a lot of you here will know Stephanie Harvey by her name on the Scott Sigler site, which was Shady Girl. And I know that Shady was one of her horses. This is a particularly special horse. This is Smokey. Steph says, pretty much everyone that knows me knows I had this horse growing up. Not a lot of people know how much he meant to me.
Oh.
This week is the anniversary when I lost him, and it always makes me think back on what he meant to my life. I was a very awkward kid that felt I didn't fit in anywhere. My parents got Smokey for me when I turned 10. He helped me become a teen that didn't care that I didn't fit in. I was my own person, and I was proud of that person. He helped me see the things I was capable of and taught me many lessons that I still value in life. Me and this big goof were together for 27 years.
Wow. 27 years.
Yeah.
Holy cats.
She says, I can't imagine where I'd be without him. He was a truly special animal. And you're a truly special human, too, so obviously you were a match made in heaven.
Cheers to 27 years of the Lifetime made-for-TV horse.
Yes.
Made-for-TV movie horse, because that's
yes.
great.
So I love that. And hopefully you'll send us, if you have other horse pics, too, you'll send those to us as well. Want to go to the next one?
Yep. Sorry, that's where we're at right here.
Yeah.
And then, boop,
So
there he is.
So this is Oliver. I have had the great good fortune to meet Oliver. Oliver is Brian Kane's, one of Brian Kane's roommates, his four-legged one.
Okay.
And he's stinking adorable. And I don't know why he's wearing that snazzy Love Pride hat, but I love it. So thank you for sending in a new picture of Oliver. I miss him.
He's great. And moving on.
And
Look at
this,
who is this guy?
So we have a couple of photos from Mike Lang, or a couple of dogs, several photos from Mike Langhorst. This is so stinking cute. This is Sherman. Sherman, 6 years ago, he ruptured 4 discs in his back.
What?
And Mike came home to find him paralyzed in the
come
back
on.
legs. Thanks to wonderful surgeon, he had a good outlook and came through surgery. I need you to go to the next photo. Oh, sorry.
That's not your fault.
Well, you were opening a beer. That's always my fault. Party foul.
Oh,
This
come on.
is him in PT. Over about 4 months of Mike taking him to physical therapy, he was able to get back to being well and running around unassisted. He does still require some help up the stairs, but Mike says he hopes to have many more years with him. I stinking love the little wheelchair photo. Come
great.
on.
It's great.
Another
Next.
one? And that is Mike, our friend Mike Langhorst, and that is his dog Nikki, who is a German Shepherd Husky
buddy.
mix.
What a buddy.
He says, as with Sherman, she's a special case too. After a number of trips to the vet trying to diagnose, we found out that she's diabetic and requires insulin injections twice a day. The things that we do for our pets. Come on now. Last week, we had a close call requiring a couple of nights at the emergency vet, but she's back home and recovering well.
Good
we have
girl.
a couple more
Good
photos of... this is her back home
There
and
we
playing
go.
with it. 2 toys at once, which I gotta love. Squeaky does that too, but she's so tiny. All she can do is just corral several toys in the
She's a
same
very small
spot.
dog.
Yeah, and I think there's one more of Mike, and I love that one. Come on.
Oh, what a pal.
Oh yeah,
What a
she
pal.
looks like she's in great shape and she has a great home.
All
I
right.
love it. Thank you for sharing, Mike.
And then
and then that's the
wait,
Reister, buddy.
do I have?
You have one
Yes,
more.
This you son of a bitch. Gotta be. Look at that dog.
Oh.
Look at her. Look at her staring off
I
like.
know, she's like, what?
I don't know what. I don't know.
Auntie, can I have more treats?
I don't know
please?"
what's happening, but can someone teach me how to operate a knife or maybe a hacksaw? Because
can I have another treat?
maybe a treat. Although I'm, this dead stare in my eyes, I'm thinking of murder. I'm going to murder
I'm pretty
someone.
sure she's looking at treats.
Also, it's very hot in this, so I'm going to kill someone. That's what I'm going to do. And then, is that it? That's it.
Those are all the dog pics, yeah.
Moving on to
So
the
if you guys
junkie
have,
pics.
as ever, you guys have dog pics you want to share, any, obviously, horse pics you want to share, guinea pig pics, whatever.
Whatever.
As long as they're a pet,
Whatever.
You can send them to info@emptyset.com.
And here we go with Junkie Pics. Now, this is about to be a tribute to me. Hold on. There we go. That's where you're supposed to go.
Okay. So I don't know why this is a tribute to you. This is actually
we're
the
not
Elliots.
to the tribute to me yet.
I see. Okay.
It's coming.
This is Shirley and Elmer Elliott. We know them. They come to Siglerfest, or they came to Siglerfest to cheer us on and watch the festivities. They are Stephanie Harvey, who we just mentioned. They are Stephanie Harvey's parents, and this is them celebrating their 60th wedding anniversary.
Oh, wow.
I love this story. That Steph shared. She said, April 1st was my parents' 60th wedding anniversary. They eloped on April Fool's Day. When they returned home and told my grandmother that they were married, she thought it was a great April Fool's joke. She told all her friends, and they all thought it was a great April Fool's joke, too. Nobody believed they had really gotten married until Stephanie's mom, who's Shirley right there, started packing and saying they were getting ready to move to Turkey, which they actually did. And so this picture was from their anniversary celebration just recently, where their 60th wedding anniversary. Congratulations. What a great story.
Next we have
this. Okay, so you can...
proper football shrine. This is excellent.
Yes. So
excellent.
This is Robin Taylor's cat, Dolly Purton. You can see Dolly on the bed there if you look close. She's a calico cat.
Where is she? Oh, I see
on this
her.
side. She's a calico cat.
Okay.
And so when Robin sent in this photo, she said, this is Dolly Purton's Seahawks room. I do notice there's a Robin Sparkles sign on the wall.
I saw that.
It might be like a Dolly's room / maybe guest rooms in case Richard Sherman needs to come or something. I don't know. But I loved it so much, and I left this, even though that's a pup pic or a pet pic, I left it here because if you go to the next one, that we talked about last week. This is Robin with Richard Sherman's mom, who is wearing couture Seahawks gear, which I crazy love. I love that so much. And they're such a fierce, wonderful family. I loved that so much. So I figured I'd keep them together.
All right, what's next? Let's see.
Let's see.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, Becky, look at the star stuff in his butt. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to pay attention to the colors. I want you to pay attention to the fonts. I want you to pay attention to the capitalization. Clearly, somewhere out there in Tacoma, Washington, there is someone who is an absolutely enormous fan of yours truly. And I cannot blame them. I cannot hold this against them for building their entire business around my bald dome. But look at this. It's incredible. Angela went...
A good friend. Yeah, you guys know her from Siglerbrations.
And we got a bunch of stuff. Look at this. Oh my God. Look at the colors, the attention to detail of the Sig Brewing Company. The attention to detail is spectacular. I'm so impressed that they have dedicated their entire business to me. We got a little boop.
What?
And now we go here. Now wait. As if the name and the font and the treatment and the capitalization and the colors weren't enough. Look at this wall of taps dedicated to my big bald head. Let's take a look at it. These are, and there's a far shot, and I think we got a nice shot of, there they are. This is an entire wall of bald-headed Scott beer taps. It's incredible. Look at the,
I don't think this will fit on your head. Mine did, which is also.
Oh, I'll get to that in a second. See, you got ahead of the plot again. It's terrible.
I keep doing that.
Look at this, Sig. We got glasses, and then now. Oh my God, I gotta call my agent. Look at this.
I'm wearing the hat in the photo.
You guys,
now.
In straight up Kraken's colors. I got myself corduroy. Hold on.
Yeah, sweet, and a knit hat. Where is it? Here.
You got a Sig. Oh, I got a Sig in the knit hat too. Very nice.
Yeah.
So. Get back in the headphones.
These are glasses that also have the logo on them. They're tasting glasses. I would take. Oh, there we go. I would take a sip of beer in my tasting glass. Yeah, just a little because I can't. This is like a Devo hat when you wear it with your headphones.
Now you show the look at that amber color. It's great.
Here we go.
Asahi beer, or what they call the Bud Light of Japan. Either way, let's go back to the main. Look at this.
So Kim, Angela used to live in San Diego we met her years ago and became good friends. We hung out a ton when she still lived here. She transferred with her job to Tacoma a couple of years back, a year and a half maybe, right before the pandemic, like maybe August before the pandemic. And she just sent us she texted us like, hey, look at this. And she sent a picture of her tasting glass. That you saw that photo of her tasting glass. And we were like, what? That one.
Yeah.
And so then she's the best. And she sent us a whole bunch of swag, which we love.
According to her, we cannot verify this. She asked us to not mention it. So we're only going to mention it in passing this one time. There's a back room, very narrow, rickety staircase as you go down. Some of the steps, perhaps the wood is slightly worm-eaten and rotten. And they may not support. They may not support what. That's what it's meant to look like, a brand new facility. I see. In the dark, deep recesses, which are oceans deep, in the basement, in the secret basement of the Sig Brewery, there is an entire shrine, Santeria shrine to me. And Angela's been there, and she said she's not sure it's human sacrifice. She doesn't know what's going on, but she did say they're very dedicated to your FDO. So if you're in Tacoma, Washington, I command you to go to check out Sig Brewery and throw some of your money at them. Have some of their beers, have some of their stuff. Buy yourself an incredible, come on. You think that's a coincidence, ladies and gentlemen?
It's corduroy, right? It's nice.
What is this? This is lovely. What is this? Velvet?
It's corduroy. Listen, this is a great hat, too. You would probably not want to wear it in the summer because it's quite cozy.
Brian Kane inserts himself directly into my story and says his brother started his own brewery named Bald Guy Brewing. I'll watch that too. And then we are out. Let's go back to Maine.
We are out, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, as if my giant, oversized, swollen, light bulb-shaped head wasn't big enough, now there is an entire bar dedicated to me with baby head taps. It's incredible. Mm-hmm. Where are we at, Sugar Plum?
I think that we are
This Week in Siglerism. It's This Week in Siglerism, starring none other than John Vizcara. Hi, my name is John Vizcara. Oh, I got the wrong thing up. Let's go back to your sorry. See, I'm screwing around with the damn songs, and this is what happens.
Here's what happens.
Over here, Siglerpedia. If you have questions about the stories, this is the place you want to go. John and other people have done an enormous amount of work getting everything set up here. But what we talk about today, really briefly, is This Week in Siglerism. And what's been going on in the Wayback Machine? We were in the middle of releasing Infected. The original Infected. We then in 2012, which happened with the video we're about to show you, we were doing the Nocturnal book tour. What else going on here? We were releasing some Hunter Henderson's son stuff, and the Story Smack before he switched over to full-on kind of movie coverage. We were doing Murder 1, 2, 3, courtroom definitions, and storytelling. And then in 2019, which is 2 years ago, not even 1 year ago, 2 years ago, we were doing Earthcore 3rd Edition. It's super fun. Let's go back to Maine. Did I miss something with that? Nope.
I don't think so.
Okay, so now we are great. We're doing great. We're doing very well in time. Let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, our firearms instructor, Mr. Happy, is in the house right now. Mm-hmm. He has provided hands-on training to both A and I. But this video we're about to show you goes back to 2012. We did this as a little bit of a recruitment video for everything cool?
Siglerfest, yeah.
Siglerfest 2013.
So you guys who have been to Siglerfest, it wasn't 2012, of course. It was later. But Chris Grawl, Mr. Happy, actually did a firearm safety.
A mass shooter.
Yeah, how to make yourself safe.
Public shooter?
Because we had an
active shooter.
Yeah, an active shooter. Yeah, because we had a Siglerfest, I think 2 years ago, right after the mass shooting that had been in Las Vegas at the Monte Carlo, where I think 57 people died. And now every year, right around the time that we would have been going in October to Siglerfest is a Vegas Strong celebration for that protection. So Chris has been guiding us to safely manage guns for a really long time, and I don't know what he'll think about this video, but let's find out.
He'll love it. I hope I have good trigger discipline in this. That's all I can think of. All right, let's go back to Maine, baby, and then we're going to go to... All right, so this is a video. We were doing more video back in the day. This is a video we did to try and encourage people to come to Siglerfest 2013.
And we were still small enough that we were going off-site for part of the day.
I'm a little confused. Here's the movie. Here we go. Guys, we're going to play a couple seconds of this. You need to let me know if we have double audio, because we're still having that problem. Here we go. Can you hear us? Do you double audio for the video? Hit me out in the comments. What do you guys think? Does the audio sound okay? We'll pause right when we get to the good stuff. Find out. 108 seconds of Junkie shooting.
What do you think?
All right, real quick in the comments. Let me know.
You're good.
What? You see it? You're
Casey
good?
says we're good.
Here we go.
So far.
It's awesome.
Okay. It's awesome. What are we doing here?
What are we doing here? We're going to be shooting some guns.
Shooting some guns. Because we're peace-loving fans, are we not?
I forgot to mention, I know guns are a very sensitive topic right now. And this was a actual firearm range, very, very safe, proscribed. It's a big deal in Vegas to go there and get to shoot some high caliber weapons. So if this bothers you, it's unfortunate, but this was from 2012. Now we're going to watch the rest of the fun.
So here we are. I don't even know if you can hear this. We are getting
Look
ready
at
to
you,
shoot
cutie.
a bunch of guns.
Voodoo.
Voodoo. Not messing around. I remember Julie Press especially. I hope that's in
she's
this
coming
video.
out.
Oh,
Some
so
of her's
good.
coming out.
So good. Yes, Voodoo. Get it.
Get your mean mugging on.
Callie.
Callie.
Danny, I think it does.
It does. Bruce shooting it, not Julie. But we do have Julie shooting some stuff.
You ready for the Sigler Army, sir?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, all right.
There's me. I got a big noggin. Yeah. Kevin. Look at that. The instructors are right on top of it.
What do you think
All
of
the time,
Siglerfest
yeah.
so far? Not too shabby. Would you do it next year?
Kevin. Here we go.
Oh my goodness gracious. Look at
There's
Ju-
Julie.
Those are zombies right there.
Yep, that's the gun I use in Pandemic. One of them.
We took care of zombie bin Laden. Probably the coolest zombie target ever. This is the, what is this again? This is the M4. It is made of awesome and mean, all rolled together with a nougaty caramel center. I highly recommend these. And now we're going to let the director of Doom lay down some Doom on zombie bin Laden.
Look at all that recoil.
You're leaning into that sucker too. That's powerful.
Those zombie bin Laden. That one's got to burn.
Yeah, there you go.
So if you guys ever, if Vegas opens up again and you guys ever go, I would say, you know, I don't have a great big love of firearms, but I will say, no question about it, if you've never handled a gun and you've never been to a gun range or something,
They're very
you saw
professional.
them. They are right next to you, and it does take away some of, if you're sensitive to guns or afraid of guns, or you don't want to be in a situation because you don't know what you're doing. It's always good to get a little training, get a little comfort, see how they work. We had a great time. We also, I don't think we have video of that, but we went one year at Siglerfest. We went to the zombie apocalypse store, and
Oh God! Well, there's video somewhere of Josh Athanas getting tased.
that's what I was going to talk. That
So
never
great.
got at the
So
gun. There
great.
is no screwing around at the gun range. So if you ever have a chance to do that, especially if you don't have a familiarity with guns, I would suggest that you
It's
do
super
it
fun.
because
It's super fun.
you'll learn a whole lot more about it.
Chris Grawl, Mr. Happy approves. Our instructor approves.
Ah,
Everything we've
good,
done.
good.
Julie Press is in the house, and sadly, we did not get did not get video of Julie Press firing the big. Was it the big 50 caliber?
I
Was
think
that
it was,
That's
and
the
you
same
sit
thing
on it.
The same thing Bruce was shooting.
Yeah.
And it's incredibly expensive to shoot. It's the ammo's really expensive. It's like I can't remember. It's like you empty the whole thing out in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's like $50-$60. But Julie's on there. It looked like Rob Otto's mom trying to drive. Rob Otto's mom, very little, and she would drive a VW like this and like be peeking out under the steering wheel. And Julie's on his and like just shaking. But she laid down suppressing fire.
Can I
suppressing what?
Since we have a tiny bit of time, can I tell the story of us going to Florida and Mr. Happy?
Sure.
So on the Rookie Tailgate tour, Chris Garl, who's in the chat room tonight, reaches out and says, if you're going to be here, you should come to, because he is a SWAT team trainer, or was at the time. And we barely knew each other. So I was like, yeah, you want to, and he had another friend who now lives in Colorado, but he went to college with and lived in Florida at the time with her husband. And I was like, I can drop you off and then go get laundry done or like whatever. I can do stuff. And he's like, no, you got to come. And we go, and I don't get to shoot a ton with Mr. Happy, but it showed Scott. So you guys all know I have bad kidneys. I couldn't do gym in school growing up because bad kidneys. So I could only do individual sports, and I did archery. So instantly Scott is like, you're a better shot than me. And that's all he says. He doesn't say, damn it. He doesn't say, how dare you. He just says, you're a better shot than me. And I was like, okay, right? And he's like, no, it's great. But he left me on the hook for like 30 seconds of like, well, now we got to drive around for another 3 weeks and we barely know each other. Hopefully you're not mad about that.
Fortunately, my fragile ego
was
not very damaged by the fact that the director of Doom is a better shot. So there you go.
You practice is the same thing that you're doing because it's still target shooting. So.
We have that is it for our scripted stuff, baby. I don't have any questions.
We have tons of questions. But if you guys have any questions, Brent, you asked in the chat room while you were watching the video. Yes, Scott is left-handed.
Yes.
If you guys have any questions, just pop them into the chat there, and we'll take a look. Let me see. Sean Dyer sent.
Joshua said the zombie apocalypse store is closed down. All right.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Sean Dyer asked what your opinions are on the Oxford comma.
I'm not a fan of the mandatory. So an Oxford comma is. I went to the beer store and bought a hat and an hourglass
and a remote control. With the Oxford comma, so you have and an hourglass, comma, and a remote control. And some people with the Oxford comma believe, or serial comma believe that is mandatory. If you have any list before the last time in the list, you have a comma after and. I disagree. I don't think it is necessary. I think you only put in the serial comma for clarity, only for clarity. So if it was, I'll try and figure this out. But I am made of star stuff. So when I fart and poop and eat celery,
that's all star stuff. So it's a normal conversation thing. When I fart, comma, and poop and eat celery, that could be confusing. Wait, is the poop related to the celery? Then you need the serial comma. If it's just something that does not, clearly these are two separate things. Like I like to poop and then go to the mall to pick out a new sweater. Most people would assume you're not pooping while you're picking out a new sweater. I don't know how I got on the subject of poop so much, but at any point, I think it's only necessary you only put in the Oxford comma, serial comma when it's absolutely necessary for clarity, because when we talk out loud, we don't put a big pause between the last two things on the list. That is what I feel.
Mm-hmm. Kim Hansen, Reese is, according to her rescuers, she is part Min Pin and part Terrier.
Okay.
Min Pin is how she got her tawny brown coloring, they think, and then otherwise Terrier.
Tony Whitaker asks, can I harass my author friends about putting out content? He could use another Helldivers book. First of all, that is the Helldivers series by Nicholas Ansbury Smith. It is fantastic. I love it. No, I'm not going to harass him. That dude is a quiet captain of industry. There's a certain group of authors who have sort of hacked the paradigm of marketing on Amazon, marketing on Audible, and figured out how to write the right kind of content in the right order and release it in a certain way and then take care of their fans, where they're just crushing it on Audible. And frankly, making more money than most of the award-winning authors that you are hearing about all the time. These people are doing a great job. Nicholas is one of those guys. I would not deign to tell him how to run his business because he's taking care of his shop. Next question.
If you guys are actively watching this with us in the chat room or watching it tomorrow or later, Jay Radimus, who is Jared Miller, he actually put a terrific example of the necessary Oxford comma in there. He gave you 2 examples. I went on vacation with my parents, comma, the Pope and St. Margaret. And then he corrects it necessarily with the Oxford comma to say, I went on vacation with my parents, comma, the Pope, comma, and St. Margaret.
And
so you don't think that those are his parents, of course.
Oh, I thought it was so you don't get the impression that the Pope and St. Margaret are banging.
Oh, they're definitely.
Yeah. Vow of celibacy don't count once you're in. Don't count in Vatican City. It would have been funnier if I thought about that right there. What happens in Vatican City?
I don't know. It seems pretty funny now. Chris McWhite, the 2 books that we're talking about, we are currently reading This Is Your Brain on Food. It is a Audible deal of the day today, on sale for $2.95. We both bought it. We both listened to less than 1 chapter. And then the book that I was talking about is called What We Eat.
And
it's by Marion Nestle. It may not be. It's been a while since it came out. And just what we eat.
Okay, let's try that.
You
see it?
No, look up Marion Nestle. Maybe I have the title wrong. Marion, M-A-R-I-O-N.
Okay, we'll fix that. This is live TV, you guys.
Yeah. So, and that is actually. Oh, look it. I'll figure it out and let you know next week.
Last try.
Food politics, what to eat. Sorry, what to eat. What to eat.
Articles are very important, you guys.
And it's free right now. Oh no, there is no audiobook. I see. It first popped up as 0 on audible.com. So it's not there. But this actually teaches you how to shop in a grocery store too. Mm-hmm. And she uses actual grocery store trips to walk you through it. And you guys, if you're trying to eat healthy, you already know you should shop the perimeter almost exclusively because that's where the fresh foods are. And the less processed and the less hydrogenated oil and all that stuff. But it's a really approachable way to read about that if you're interested.
All right. Let's go back to chat. Next, baby. We got more questions?
Sure.
A couple more minutes.
We do have a couple more minutes. Yeah. I have, let's see. Dan Baker, who I don't think is on tonight, asked a while back, so you say you have more story ideas than you can ever write. How do you decide what to write in what order and in what form? Has the process changed throughout your career?
Leave it to Dr. Daniel Baker, PhD, to come up with that cutting question. So we were just talking about this last night. So I have a new idea for a new way to tell a story that takes advantage of social media that I think I have the same visceral response to this as far as excitement level of potential that I had when I first learned about podcasting back in 2005. Mm-hmm. So I think this could be a big deal. But it's you have to choose the right story for this particular format. So I went back through and I have a database of story ideas that I've had for 20 years now. And there's some great stuff in there. And every time we have to go back into the till, like, okay, we have this opportunity with this TV network or this publisher. They want stuff right away. We go back and we review and say, what would fit that customer's needs the most? And what could we actually do? And every time it's like, I'll just sit there and read here's an idea. And she's like, that's good. And not she's blowing sunshine up my full of star stuff butt, but because some of these are the ideas that have stuck over 20 plus years. And there's some friggin' great ideas that I hope I can get to. So to answer Danny's question, what we do now is, because we are in a different position. Like I get to write whatever I want. At the same time, I don't get to write whatever I want. So we have a business to run. We have, I have an agent. I have Audible. We've got people that are waiting for something, and we have to give them something that will sell in their marketplace. So we have to look at the story ideas, say, we think this is good. We're going to do this. For this new idea, it was, if it does take off, because it's serialized fiction in a different way, if it does take off, what supporting material do I have behind it? Well, for this idea, I have a whole pilot script I wrote. I have a story Bible. So I've got a lot of information to sell out. Also be great for merchandising. There's all kinds of cool plays on this. So that's the one we picked because it provides the most sales opportunity. So in short, if this idea takes off and we're 3 weeks in and it's blown up like Earthcore did, now social media is billions more people than it was when I started in 2005. If something takes off and somebody calls and says, dude, this idea is great, I can see all these people reading it, we want to do something, they'll be like, here you are. And I can give them, here's your script, go crazy, go make this thing. So we picked this particular idea because it fits the format, which I can't talk too much about now. It also fits the potential for something blowing up. So it's like that.
Yeah, we have two. I'm going to do 2 rapid fire answers because we're
Okay.
at 7 o'clock, and we do want to update you on the T-shirt sale since you guys are the most likely buyers. Tony Whitaker, you asked when a publisher sells your books. So we normally do find out in advance when the purchase happens that a book is going into a foreign market, and Scott sometimes gets questions, especially about translations, especially about words and names that are made up from the translator, but absolutely no contact, no investment on release date, on cover art, on audiobook readers, none of that. It's a licensing almost, and that's I think the most we've ever gotten interaction with.
Something
and then
real.
Carlo Williams asked, did the Rookie and the GFL start as YA? And no, it did not. The Rookie
started
was
out as a foul mouth story.
Yeah.
That's a whole separate story. You want to write that down? I'll tell the
yeah,
story
well,
about my
I was going
brother?
to say that. It's a story we've told a handful of times, but I will say no. And there was a adult version of the Rookie that we don't sell or give away because of marketplace confusion. And he'll tell you the whole story next week.
I'll tell you the whole story next week. And here we go. Go back to books. We forgot to mention the T-shirt sale. If you guys haven't heard about it, over at scottsigler.com/shop, we have a sale going on. We're trying to clear out our existing inventory so we can make room for the Gangster coming in. The Gangster hardcovers are going to come literally to our garage, and it's going to be a made of star stuff poop show. It's going to be just a train wreck because usually we've got anywhere from 14 to 20 volunteers who show up and have a good time
Every day for a week.
Every day for a week. And this time it's
Good night, Ginia.
just A&I. So we're selling T-shirts to clear out room in the garage. These are, I got the beer burps. Everything is 50% off for in-stock T-shirts only. Don't bother asking us to reorder something or get out of commission or out of stock.
And I will tell you, some of the big linebacker sizes are all gone. We have a handful of 2Xs in McMurdo Murderers, and we have larges and mediums and other sizes, and not very many. And it's just
You got
these
Rufflin'
5 on the
Ridgebacks,
top.
babe?
We do.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we have 2Xs in Rufflin Ridgebacks,
Okay.
or 4Xs in Rufflin Ridgebacks,
Okay.
but these are the only ones we have left. If you missed this sale, or I screwed up your order, which I did a couple of times, or anything, we're not. We have a plan for T-shirts as the pandemic continues and as we live in this little space
got
instead of the
stuff.
office and stuff. So part of the reason that we're doing this closeout is so that we can move on to another plan. And I've had a ton of emails saying, this is so cool. Thank you guys so much. I looked through all the T-shirts. I can't believe I can't get a Toe Pirates. I never even knew that you made a Toe Pirates T-shirt. All I'll say is I think we might have something for you in the summertime when we redo all this. If you want any of these T-shirts, they're still half off. They'll be half off all month. You can go to scottsigler.com/shop. If you are right sized to buy the remaining T-shirts, I will ship them out to you ASAP.
We sold about 300 of these bad boys.
317.
We cleaned out the garage and toot sweet.
Yeah,
All
and it's
right.
wonderful actually because we moved essentially all the necessary sales things from the office when we had to shut the office down last May to our garage and everything else to a storage warehouse. And I'm not going to be sorry to lose the ability to ship T-shirts from my garage because it's not friendly. It's not user friendly.
We're trying to get out of the merchandise business, you guys. Trying to get out of it. Warehousing sucks.
Yeah. Well, and when you're trying to wing it in a garage and all that stuff.
I literally, you guys,
Did you really not do that on purpose?
woke up cute, took a pic, might keep it. I did not realize. I did not realize that I was repping the brand from square one. What? Unfortunately, this bunny does not have a tail. It's usually
Because he would bite off the tail too.
I bite off the tail first, and I used to upset my mother my lovely mother, I'd be like, Mom, I'm eating the butt out of this bunny. And she'd be like, I don't know what to think about this. It's not how she talks, but in my head, it's like, I don't know. I'm a little bit disturbed by all of your behavior. What's going on? All right. Chris McWhite having a Killian's Red. Real quick story, Chris. I went to Ireland several years ago, and I was drinking Killian's Red at the time. So I went to Ireland. I went to a bar, and they said, can I have a Killian's Red? It's like, what's that? I'm like, Killian's Red. It's an Irish beer. And the guy's like, I fucking never heard of it. And just like, I was like, oh, Jesus.
This was not when we went in 2017.
No, this is
It was
earlier.
well before.
I was like, I've been marketed to. I thought that was an actual Irish beer in Ireland. I never fucking heard of it. All right, baby, and
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to sign off. Kim, lovely. Enjoy your laundry. Everybody, Lonely Bob in the house. Good to see you,
I'm going to
sir.
finish
Good to
laundry
see you, sir.
tonight, Kim, too. I feel you.
That is it for our show. We are now going to tell you to kiss off into the sky. We will be back. As we said, if you want to hang out with us more, come hang out on Saturday, April 10th, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. Rob Otto, Movie Maven, A. Sigler, and myself will all be talking about that. It's going to be a good
You
time.
go back to the main. I will say, you guys, I appreciate all your good vibes for my mama. She's having a rough week and has a birthday on Friday, so I appreciate that. I have also, because my mom's having a rough week, had a little bit of a rough week myself, and you guys being here today, that was a lot for me, and I appreciate you being out here and chatty and having fun and living life and talking about pants and things like that.
Ready?
Thank you guys so much.
All right. We'll see you guys later, and...